Hello, brothers and sisters of Black and Dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I got you keep it down to under 10 minutes. I'm messing up my motto. My clothes, I gotta do it again. Motherfuckers. Okay? Shit. Zaza, say hello to the people, okay? Hello. Hello. Say hi. You should leave me the fuck alone, huh? Huh? Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she busy on her phone. But, of course, got any questions or insults or whatever, you know, some people who are in a low vibration like to insult people. But I dig you. I dig it. Okay, because I learned from you and I could use it against someone. So you're actually hurting someone if you feed me the weapons of insults, okay? Some people call me egghead. Some people used to call me trap jaw. Some people call me Mr. Bobble Man or Kool-Aid Man. Those things I already have in my knowledge, so I can make fun of other people. I give off that negative energy because, you know, someone wants to attack me, okay? You know, for self-defensible purposes, you know what I'm saying? I like roast fests and all that stuff. I like doing that shit. That makes me happy, okay? Let me see. If you got any comments, you put it down below. If you got any insults, you put it down below. All things are monitored, viewed, and screened, okay? All right? Everything is screened. Now, okay, this video is going to be something special, okay? You know, and don't worry about me cursing around my daughter. My daughter ain't going to be cursing around nobody. I can curse, she can't. She can't. The only way she can curse is only in a humorous tone between us. And she's controlled, okay? So everything's controlled in my house. And that's another video. What goes on in my house, okay? Okay? What goes on in my house, okay? That's another video, okay? With my wife, okay? Let me see. This video is going to be about the Jezebels and the whores of Babylon. Now, I love women, okay? You know I love women. Don't get me twisted up. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. But when I was hurt the first time, let me go around when I was younger. When I was younger, I got hurt by a female. One particular female, okay? And then I realized I didn't have any education. I got hurt. I got hurt to the point I was commit suicide, okay? Because I was talking about it before, and somebody asked me to make it because my theist knowledge does not have too much hate on the women, okay? But if you want that, okay, I'll just make the video, okay? You know what I'm saying? I write down things and I put it down. But when I was younger, I had my locker burned and shit, and I was successful with females. I actually walked with females, but didn't get any pussy like that, because I was that type of guy, okay? Because I had nice face, nice features, and stuff. Somebody say I should be in GQ or whatever, but I was too shy. I didn't talk too much, but I read a lot. I still read a lot today, and sometimes I wear my glasses, sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood, like a bipolar syndrome or some shit, okay? Now, okay. I'll tell you the reason why I touch myself too. I figured somebody told me, why do you rub your face like that? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, because it keeps you young. You know, if you look in the mirror, actually keeps you, young. Okay, you know, if you rub yourself all the time and you put peroxide and stuff, you drink plenty of water, your face is not gonna age. Now, with white women, that's another fucking subject. You heard the thing, well, once you go black, you don't go back, right? All right, so okay, so we're not gonna talk about that in this video. This video is about the Jezebel and the whore of Babylon. Okay? The Jezebel is a spirit, okay, which is linked to this being called Lilith. That's basically an evil spirit, okay? Remember the story of Lilith. She was equal to man, okay? Read it up on the internet. Lilith was equal to man. She was the first creation, not Eve, okay? And the Apocrypha Records, okay? The Apocrypha Records reads it. Far more interesting shit. Garden of Eden is in there. She's arguing. She went to God. And next thing you know, she eventually disappeared. She said, fuck it, I'm not staying back here. She knew the secret name of God. Disappeared. Said, had sex with Adam. Wanted to try to control Adam. She wanted to be on top sexually. There was an argument. And then Adam went to God. And then Lilith said, what the fuck? He went to God? He went to God? I might go over 10 minutes with this. But a long story short, she had power. She had knowledge just like Adam, and she disappeared to call in the name of God. She slept with all the demons. She slept with Satan. And then all of a sudden, God found out about her. Okay. You know, I may not be correctly 100%, but I'm 90%, 99, 95% sure. That's how the story went. Just like the older ancient stories of ancient Egypt. Okay. They're far more interesting than the Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Book of the Dead. Come on. The Book of the Gilgamesh. Okay. I forgot what the name of the devil's book is. Those things are far interesting, far more true, far more fascinating. But anyhow, Lilith basically disappeared, and then God's cursed her for every child or whatever. Now, every children, all 100 or first 100 children will die, and then the rest will live, okay? Which is kind of fucked up, okay? Because she's having babies. I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay? So women are born from Lilith, because she says she disappears and goes into men's dreams. Nocturnal, okay? And she actually controls the men through their mind to make them more hornier. That's why you have masturbation and shit, you know what I'm saying? Get this shit. Get this shit. In ancient times, there are statues of Lilith. She's called the succubus. She goes under many names. Actually, before gods were called man and he in the Bible, they were called goddesses. Greek, look it up, okay? Or no, even Norse, okay? It goes before Odin, okay? The goddesses. The goddesses is a female god. Female gods, okay? The female gods were worshipped back in those days before man gods were created because the world was about love, okay? The egg, the womb, okay? Okay, let me see. So basically she goes into men's dreams. Men, she's the one caused it because she's the one who wanted to be equal to men. So Lilith represents the equality of women, okay? So what happened is that's what the Jezebel came from, because now everybody wants to be a fucking prostitute. Okay, Jezebel means that I'm equal and I'm going to say my piece. Like if you've seen that movie called The Crouching Tiger, okay? The Crouching Tiger, which was just a fascinating story about a green beret sword, okay? And a master man, okay? The man is the head, actually. But the woman wants to be the head, too. You can't have two heads. The woman is made for the man. And there's many verses in the Bible that tell you there should be 3 women to 1 man. King Solomon's the greatest man of all who lived, okay? The most powerful wizard of all, just like Doctor Strange, okay? And he had 700. I think he was a bit greedy. I don't think he had time for all the women, okay? Beautiful women was given to him as gifts. You understand the power of a man? This is a man's world, like James Brown says. There's only one way about it. It would be nothing without a woman for reproduction purposes only, okay? That's it. The worth of a woman is in this video, okay? So the worth of the woman is like, okay, if she's wanting to be equal with men, that means she must play video games, right? Most females don't play video games. Most of them don't. You won't find highly attractive females playing games. You won't find females playing the comic books. You won't find females in the construction business, getting up at 4 in the morning, like in Ethiopia, like fucking 2 in the morning just to go traveling 15 miles to build something. Okay, you won't see that. You won't see highly attractive doing this shit. You won't see highly attractive females doing these things. That's called the Jezebel spirit, trying to bulk their heads up like a man. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some females who can hang. I met them. Okay, I met a few females who can buck heads. Okay, and that's great because I would marry her in a jiffy pop. But something happens. There's always something that gets in the way, and it's usually her fault because I'm the one who's already chased already, and she disappears. Okay, or she goes somewhere else. But the thing is that no woman will ever outmatch me mentally, in my capacity IQ anyway, because I don't want to be the sip. I had females beat my ass on Street Fighter. I had. But I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? How am I losing and shit? So that makes me a better person because I'm studying to be better than her. That's a video game though. But logic, no. Not with logic conversation. No, it will never happen again. I've never encountered that in my life. For every female who has tried the tactic with logic with me, they lost. I wish I could meet one, but it's very fucking rare. You'll find more men who are the holy men, especially in the nation of Islam. Those motherfuckers got it down packed with the egg, with the womb, who's in control. Women need to be taught. Okay, a Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit is almost in every female, almost 90% females. Okay, I said 90. I didn't say all of them. Now, if you go to the foreign lands, the foreign countries and stuff like that, then it gets a little less. It gets a little less. Okay, but you can but you go too far east, than the Chinese, they want their life. They want their life. But they don't understand how exciting a man's life is. They don't understand that shit. Because all of my man's life is education, gaming, movies, theater, sports, active. You go outside, you go to the basketball court, you see a man. You see more men playing on the sports in the field, doing all sorts of things. So y'all women, don't get offended. If you want to be a queen, you have to learn what men do. Like there's a book called Steve Harvey said, "Think like a man, act like a woman," or some shit. Think like a man, act like a man. Okay, you should think like a man and act like a man. There's no other book, but he puts the woman word in there. I don't agree with Steve Harvey's cracking joke type motherfucking type guys. Okay, but he's not funnier than me. Okay, but of course I talk about Steve Harvey because he made fun of some of my favorite comedians. Okay, that's the reason why. Okay, I don't like Steve Harvey too much. He got big nose, and he don't like women at all. He's paid to actually say the things he's saying. He don't like women at all, okay? But that's another subject. But a whore of Babylon is basically, I said it before, is a woman who expects, who thinks that, since I got gold between my legs, okay, and I get yeast infections too, and urinary tract infections without even having sex, okay, I am equal to man, okay? And the woman who thinks she's equal is a whore of Babylon, okay? Or you want to say Jezebel spirit, okay? All right? Okay, we got that. That's common sense. That's scientific. I'm not being, basically, a man has to be a sexist because scientifically, it is, everything I'm saying is fact, okay? Because a woman is lesser than the man, okay? Now, her capability to be strong as a man is possible. Her basically to think like a man will actually give her plus more benefits than a man, okay? If you can receive one, I want to find one. Where you find them women at? I want to find a woman who can think as good as me, play games as good as me, and have babies. That's a plus, right? So you think a woman have an advantage, right? But that's not statistics, baby. You don't see, very rarely you'll find females who are keeping up with their weight and playing games and keeping up with their man and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think, okay, therefore I am, okay. But I've never really met too many dragon type female, queen type females, and also a virgin at that, on top of that. Now, once a female loses her virginity, she's no longer a queen, okay? And now let me make that very clear because your parents are involved with this situation. So if you've been raped, okay, some shit like that, you could still be a queen, but you just don't tell no man that. You never talk about your shit that you've been raped. You never tell them. That's kind of fucked up, and it could be shown on the pussy lips or whatever, but that's a fucked up thing. That's why I asked my wife. I said, have you been raped? Have your clits been cut? Okay. That shit is very important to me, okay? Just like some females don't like teeth a certain way, it's the same. That's even more important. Dick size, pussy size, okay? And that shit is very important to fucking both sides of the fence, okay? Size matters. Size matters. I made a video on that, and Marthias is knowledge one, okay? Size matters. I got thousands of hits on that motherfucker, because that's a fact. That goes to gynecologists. Now, the Jezebel spirit resides in almost 90% of females. And the reason why they have it, because they haven't been taught by a father. And this goes overseas as well. You see a good king, you have to submit. And the further east you go, you need money, okay? That's called the whore of Babylon. But actually, they're not whores of Babylon over in the further east you go, they will marry their daughter off as early as 13. Okay, which is when they're on their period. That's when they become the woman. Now, in the U.S. culture, that's the white man's, psychological pattern. They can't control women, so they have to make the reasons to keep this Bible shit in stack, and their own psychological factors, you know what I'm saying? White men and black men are different species, okay? Let me see, hold on, let me get this shit out the way. Now, you have to understand the psychological factors of different races, okay? And the white man has their own factor of what is the proper age to have sex with females, okay? Or even incest. White men would sleep with their own incest. They're far more into incest. And even if you go to the further woods parts, the what do you call it, the Amazons and shit, you'll probably find some Negroes who actually sleep with their kids and do some gay shit as well. But it doesn't matter, okay? This video is about the Jezebel spirit and the whores of Babylon. 70% of the world's population is the whores of Babylon, okay? All right? And almost 90% are the Jezebel spirit. Now, I already told you where the Jezebel spirit comes from, okay? Look it up yourself, okay? The spirit goes into the dreams of men and convinces them to have sex, okay? First you get the power, okay? You get the Locke said it. The Locke said it best. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect, okay? Money, power, and then respect, okay? And that's what women are going on. And when women go on that, they have this thing called the Jezebel spirit, okay? They only are interested in those men who have money and attraction, okay? Money is first, and then attraction is next. It's not personality. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Even though I proceed past because I have done it. And I don't consider myself highly attractive, okay? And I've been getting, my teeth used to be fucked up. I remember that shit. Females will come to me probably because I did look kind of cute, okay? Whatever, okay? I'm a 7 out of 10. I'm not an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Don't give a fuck what you got to say. I know what number I am, okay? And if you want to know what the numbers game is, you go to the back of my first page, okay? Because I don't like, if somebody asks me, I'll just do it again. But, the numbers game. You got to understand what the numbers game is. Okay. Now, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. 70% of the whores of Babylon is fucking the fucking 35% of the men, okay? All right? Are you part of the 35%ers? I'm part of the 35%ers. I seen plenty of pussy and I played with pussy with my fingers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I play with I don't have sex with them. I'm different. I'm not a sip at all, okay? As I told you before, I'd rather masturbate my fucking monkey in a can or some shit. Some nasty ass hoes with some dirty ass coochie. Now, what about the men, you say? Women will be like, what about the men? What about the fucking men? I said, well, the man's dick sizes do change. They get longer if they have more sex. And they can get warts and diseases and shit and chlamydia. They can get that shit too. They fuck the wrong hoes. And if they use condoms, they can get fucked up too, okay? But that's condoms, and if they contract the disease by a female. And females give it out way faster than the men do, because it's 3 times more men. And there's 3 times more women than men, okay? You know that. 3 times more women than men. So you know they automatically give it out more faster. Only 35% of the men is getting the shit, okay? What happens to the rest of them? What happened to the rest of them? They either masturbating their monkey off, living with their mama, they got big businesses or jobs, okay, they got a lot of money and shit, but they too scared, okay? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. I don't want to go too far with this. I'm making these videos kind of, these, because I've made it before, and then somebody asked me, and then I have to do it again. I said, this is called the Horus of Babylon and the Jezebel spirit. All right? You understand? The ratio is mixed balance, okay? When women control the world, we get more gayness, more diseases. But I have nothing against gay folks, because I have gay friends. I'm just saying it's not a natural occurrence. But it could be a natural occurrence because of the animal kingdom. And in the animal kingdom, there's females who override the men. Okay? Duh. So we are a type of species of animal. Okay? Think about that. That's what the white man says. We are a Homo sapiens, okay, type species. And then there's the alien greys. Then there's over like 2,000 different species out there. We're being visited too much. And the higher beings, the Federation space is trying to keep the alien beings from coming out of this place in this earth so the human race can evolve a little faster. But that's all I wanted to say. It's 17 minutes. I see it, okay? This is like one of my first ones, like my first video I ever made on my first video. 17 minutes. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. This is everything you need to know about women and all that stuff. Okay? Respect the man. Y'all women should start sharing. Stop being selfish. Because you already share anyway. You got prostitution now. That's the outcome. The CIA, they created the Chaos Project. Or the domestic section, you know. Look it up. I'm not making this shit up. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Peace. Have a nice fucking day.